Well, oh, stuff's already breaking. Morning, everybody. Hope we're doing good. Oh, God, let me turn the speakers off as well. Welcome to the final part of the Perseus and Medusa adventure, in which we have seen the development of Argos from around 3000 BC. The big theme here has been the unification of all the cities. There's lots of trade and things available now, which I haven't fully taken advantage of just yet, so we'll go through with that. Our objectives are fairly numerous. We need 2 more sanctuaries, and I think, what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do Zeus, and I'm going to do Hades. And that means we see, like, the big 2. But it just works well, doesn't it? I mean, Hades has been asking us a lot as we've been going along. Poseidon's been the villain. Having Zeus and Hades defending the city from Poseidon just seems really cool. So we'll get on that very early here in the episode. We need 16 horsemen, which means upgrading these plots for elite housing, which I'd already set up to their max. A little bit more olive oil, but we're already producing loads of it. And Perseus will arrive at some point to slay the Medusa. I don't know whether the Medusa's going to appear, but what's quite nice is we can pretty much instantly just go slay her, because we have everything we need for Perseus. So if she attacks just the worst thing possible, like, I don't know, putting a stadium up, all of our houses are contingent on that stadium, and then she comes and destroys it, it still doesn't really matter very much, because we can kill her quick and just rebuild. So yeah, first thing, the elite housing. I haven't really found a solution to this that I'm very satisfied with. I did have a thought about this while I was editing. Can't really remember what it was. Oh yeah, my thought was this. That this tax office sucks. Because what we don't want is people wasting time coming down this road. They have to turn at the Agora straight away. On the other side, maybe then we can put the tax office, like up here. So the tax guy will waste a little bit of space. Maybe he won't tax the final 2 houses. I don't know. We can actually see the sea taxes thing here. 91 collected so far. Also, I'm going to up the tax rate because that earned us a lot of money in the previous city. So I don't know. And then the maintenance man now is no longer wasting these squares. Hopefully that means he gets to the end and turns the corner. If he doesn't, then, well, that's going to be lame. So let's see. We had a podium, a drama school, and a gymnasium. And there really is no space for anything else. Unless we shift. No, I think without compromising on one of these elite houses, which I kind of don't want to do. So let's just see if this works. Basically, later in the episode, you might find that this stuff has been getting destroyed. But we'll deal with that when that comes along. So what was it? It was a college? You know, it could be a full-blown theatre up there as well. Oh, no. Yeah, it could be. Anyway, we'll do that. Wait. No, not a college. Why would we need a college and a podium up there? It was a drama school. The gymnasium clipped the corner. The podium went in the middle. The drama school went there. But it could be a full-blown theatre. It doesn't have to be a drama school. But if we do a theatre here, they're going to start walking in that direction, which I kind of don't like. So I have learned a little bit more about culture distribution in my quest to discover the ratios, which we'll talk about later, I guess. But yeah, so I don't want them walking along this path. This guy is walking along this path. He's going from this college to this podium, and then from the podium, another guy is going to walk up and down. So that's fine, and hopefully this stuff. Well, we could just play it forwards, shall we? And see the hazards right here, right now. So turn the game speed up. It's breaking. Where is the guy? Oh, hold on. Need more workers. How many more workers do we need exactly? We got a lot to do here. 155 needed. So did I prioritize hygiene and safety? I did. I'm going to put it onto very high. We need you working there, my friend. Come on. Please? Stuff is breaking more and more and more. Alright, so in the meantime, I think what we're going to want to do is up our population a bit. Now, these 3 town blocks are stable, which is nice. He doesn't have appeal, but I did notice in editing that I left this for a road. So before we go crazy with anything, let's put a blocker there. And can I maybe drag an avenue out the side of that road? And then let's give him... well, there you go. He's evolved already, so that's fun. And I think I am going to utilize that in a second. But in terms of more population, we need food. Apparently, we don't need food. Apparently, we're fine. But we can get so much food here at Argos now. It's incredible. And one of the reasons for that is because the other shore is open. So we talked about this a lot when we first got here, but we really didn't play off on it yet. So let's make a water crossing right here. I'm glad that works. I was hoping that would work. So we're getting grapes from Caledon. Tributes. Thank you. Once the tributes come in, you see how easy these episodes get? Like, it's just crazy. Okay, so we have that. Now, I don't want the maintenance man walking down there, actually, so we do it that way. Now, the path can come out. And remember I deleted some fisheries here for the pier? Well, we didn't need to do that. We just needed to expand on the other side of the river, which is what I want to do. So we're going to get a pier to Ethiopia. But the pier can't block the road. So, let's get the road in first, I guess. Nice. So, I mean, does that work? I mean, it's basically off screen. Is that going to work as a path? What do you guys think? Are they going to walk off screen for this? I mean, fine, we'll risk it. Apparently, there's a path there. And it's still there. And we're going to have to clear all this woodland if we want any of this to be usable. I mean, these rocks still kind of screw with it, but it's very remote, isn't it? I mean, there's really not much of a choice here. We can go through those rocks. Whoopsie. I don't want to do that. There we go. Through the rocks, around there. Right, that's something, I suppose. So, pier to Ethiopia. And I'd really feel more comfortable if we could see the damn thing, but okay. Maintenance office in that corner? No, he won't work. Let's see where this guy goes. Let's see. I'm going to put a roadblock down there as well so that he falls on the left. Is he going to pop up over there? That would be so nice if he did. We'll put a roadblock there as well. Oh, but we need the people. So what is the problem here? 118 workers needed. The wage rate is high. You want me to pay you even more? I'll pay you loads, because we've got plenty of money right now. 23 workers needed. Good. Oh, it said... Okay, here's the problem. It says it needs access to a road. And the reason it doesn't have access to a road is because of that road block. So really, this whole thing wants to be shifted up one. People are going to waste a little bit of time. I think these are going to collapse again, basically. The other solution is, of course, to put one on the opposite corner and move the roadblock. So I'll just do that for now. We'll work out a more thorough design in the future sometime, but there you go. So that's why no one was working there. It wasn't even really a population thing. So let's see. Is the maintenance man? Oh, it's going to be so tricky to see the mate. Well, look, he's working. Has a full staff, and they're off inspecting the city stuff. Okay, so that's good. So with the pier to Ethiopia, we can start selling wine, which I'm going to do because we do produce a good amount of wine. Also, do you know what I really like? That this wheat, this is Egyptian wheat. Yeah, Egypt isn't on this, but we already know from being at Miletos that they're getting it from Egypt. And it's kind of cool, you know? It's an interesting thing about the movement of goods in the primitive world. So then we will build a couple more fisheries to have fun on this side of Greece. There you go. Let's see where this guy goes. Can they actually get through? I mean, maybe they can. I don't know. And now up here, I thought it'd be cool to do a housing block. So let's... And I don't know how fancy we'll be with this, but let's try to get something. So the road into the housing block is going to have to come down here. And then we have money for an avenued housing block. So how do I set this up? Like so, I guess. And then like so. And we can put our housing down. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll leave that open for services, I suppose, for now. Ooh. And then on the inside, we can put... So like, for example, I can have a gym there. A gym right out here on the corner of that. That's cool. Now, do we want to give them their own granary and all that, like we were doing in Minotaurs? No, because there's a granary there, so it's fine. They might want their own storehouse somewhat nearby. So let's put that, and let's tell it to get fleece and to get olive oil. Because I want this to be fully evolved. It's going to be good, but it has to be fully evolved. So we already have a stadium. So, a podium. Now, if I put a podium all the way over here, let's say on the inside, the question becomes, will this guy ever get a philosopher? Because he's really far from... He's actually not that far from a college. There is a college there, which is kind of amazing. I always love this moment in this game where suddenly you realise you're closer, because I could build a road here, and voila. So will he get it, though? That's the thing. The way that it works, as far as I'm aware, is they will send out multiple. They'll send out a guy to one, and then another, and then another, and another. You can get multiple podiums out of one college, but when they choose to send someone out, they will always send it to the closest guy that needs it. So, if we're dealing with long distances, and again, I'll give you a really good exaggerated version of this, right? Let's say we have a college on the top left over here, way up here past this livestock. And let's say we have 5 podiums here, all right? We have a podium like this, this, and this in a row. And let's imagine that row goes all the way down into the woods. What will happen is a guy will spend forever walking here. He will populate this. He'll go across the whole town and he'll populate this. But while he's been walking, the building has been sending more guys out. And every time it sends another guy out, because the original one hasn't reached his destination yet, it's saying, oh, we're going to send one to this guy. We're going to send one to this. We're going to send one to this. We're going to send one to this. Over and over and over and over and over and over again. Finally, when this is populated, you might get like one walker that comes through and gets to the next one. But then they'll stop sending to this. And because the distances are so major, this one will depopulate. So you're only ever going to get 2. And I think that will even alternate on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. So basically, if the distances are too great, it's not very good. However, if we imagine that we have one college in the middle, and I'm pretty sure I'm right about all this. If we have one college in the middle, one podium here, one podium here, one podium here, one podium here. Let's say there's loads of them. Let's say there's 10 of them, but they're all pretty close. Then it's going to send one out to the closest, and then it's going to say, okay, next, okay, next, okay, next, next, next. And it will do them all. So it's kind of a distance thing. I don't really know what the maths is or whatever, but you do want central colleges and podium, i.e. this guy will probably never get one because there are other podiums that are going to empty out first. So they're going to need their own college. Now, they don't need it to be in the housing block, though. We could put the college out here. This could be a weird college, you know, like in a dead-end town or whatever, you know, some weird dockyard, and suddenly they've tried to enrich it by building weird there. We could put a college and a drama school there. No problem. So our housing block is still fine in terms of, let's put an actual theatre down. We barely touched them on this playthrough. Like, we don't have to compromise. So I gotta figure out, right? Like, where can I put, I can't even put a house there. Can't put a house there, can't put a house there, can't put a house there. So, where can we put houses? We can put them like there. Trying to get a block out of this. This is going to be really weird. But weirdness is good. We like weird. We can put a house there, house there, house there, house there. So then... oh god, whoa. I tried to build a very big road there. I don't know. This is odd. I don't know whether this is going to work very well. I think we need to pull it out a bit. So basically, you guys need to move. But basically all of this needs to... in fact, all of this as well. How can I be a spear carrier when I haven't got my spear? Has anybody seen my spear? Let's put it right here, actually. Let's put it up on the water. People like waterfront houses, don't they? So put that there. All the way up. Good. We've got a gap for the path. Connect there. Delete that. Delete that. Oh my god, why is the clear button not working? There we go. Clear that. There's no pop-ups going on in this adventure. You guys noticed? Okay, and then avenues, I guess, will go on the inside, maybe? Like that? Like that? Don't really know how avenues are going to work here. It's going to be a bit odd, isn't it? We're probably losing housing space by doing that. So, you can't have an avenue right there, but you can have one like that. Because there was no space for a house there anyway. Oh, and then that didn't actually build one. It just put a bit of path, which we definitely don't want. And then these avenues come here. Look at this chaos. Look at this beautiful chaos. Okay, so people are going to start moving in. We need the essentials. Maintenance office, fountain. Let's go watch post. Let's go the full. There you go. Perfect space for an infirmary there. They're going to want a monument. Let's give them. This will be called Hades Square. Okay. So Hades will live here. We need to tax them as well. Let's put a little tax office there. And let's give them some... Oh, we got an Athena statue as well. I don't really want to use too many of this. I mean, yeah, we need fancy places to put these. But I'm not sure what they'll be just yet. Okay. So there you go. So we got a nice little housing block out here. More houses on the inside. Oh, the Agora. Ooh. We almost forgot that they need to eat. We did forget that they need to eat. Oh, what about there, though? Wouldn't it be amazing if the Agora worked there? It does work there. There's a weird line. So I don't know. But food, fleece, oil, house, weird gap for appeal. And a gazebo. We don't see many gazebos, do we? Not too expensive, though, gazebos. And some parks in these weird little gaps over here. Alright, very fun, weird little housing district there. Roadblock. Sorry, but you can't live. You are not allowed to live. You're too far away. Now, meanwhile, we can go with fisheries all along here. Look at that. Oh, the fishing. Oh, let them eat fish. You can have all kinds of fish. Sometimes fish is a weird food for me where I don't think about it for ages, and then suddenly I'll just get like the strongest cravings for it. I'll be like, I haven't had fish for ages. I'm just like ravenous for it. Maintenance post there. Pull that along like so, and then we can snake up. And this is our dairy industry, which we can't expand the road that direction, unfortunately. So do we want a little bit of something here to make it feel like it's populated? What's something cool that might exist here? Something strange? We could put a granary there. There you go. There'll be some granary workers here who are accepting the cheese. So the people who live here will get fish on site, and they'll have cheese. I do want to connect all the roads. And that maintenance man there can make it to both. Beautiful. Sort of. I don't know. So look, I just thought it was important to me. So look, here I can put some dairies down, but not goats. I don't need to put goats down because there's loads of goats and they'll breed more goats. We've got 33,000 drachma. The money is coming in. So it was important to me to just have this area of the town doing things. I thought that would be cool. And so, well, now it is. It'd be so cool if I could fish a little bit more. We could even fish there, I suppose. Could be fish all along there. So there you have it. I didn't build a path out of the village. Guess I didn't. Let's do... So we do have to be a little bit careful about employment and whatever. So let's connect the path like so. It's a little bit dead in that area. But, you know, let's give them a monument. For no houses. Okay, no, there will be a house. There'll be a couple of people that live here. They don't really do much, but they're happy. And it's appealing. This is like a little thing on the edge of town here. There you go. So they've got water and they've got a maintenance man. We've got a row. Here we go. Let's pull that. Along like that. Nice. Because, you know, you don't want always just hyper-efficient, everything perfect all the time in every town. And then one guy living all the way out there. Hello, Dionysus. Okay, ooh. So we could put a fishery there as well. And move the road in. Alright, we're going to have to get on with our other goals here because, you know, I could be here all day. In fact, I wonder if this is possible. Can we put a water crossing? You can! You can put a water crossing onto that! And they can fish on that! That's cool. We got to do that. Look at this. This is prime real estate. For fisheries, it's very tricky to get roads there. Actually... Oh. Yes, destroy the water crossing. So it gave me a warning about that there because... You know, if you're not careful, you can remove access to the labor pool by deleting a water crossing. And that's not very good. There you go. So that goes there, that goes there. And then maintenance guy dedicated to them. He should be able to get all of them. Nice. Oh, this guy doesn't have a maintenance guy though. Do you think you can do them all? I hope you can. Oh, we're going to get a lot of buildings destroyed notifications soon, aren't we? Right, let's take a look now at how we are doing. We have support for 12,000 people. We're only at 5,000. So we should be fine. 5k population. I think we're officially bigger than Thebes now. So that feels somewhat good. 500 more people are going to be moving in as well. So food should be fine. We need 200 more workers. But we'll be in a net positive of... Look at this fishing fleet.
This city is a great catch.
It is, isn't it? Once everyone's moved in and more of this stuff's evolved, we should be more than happy enough. So they need fleece. So getting the fleece over here has been a problem. They've not done it very quickly. Did I already put parks there? Really? All right, let's say you... So I did consider this, okay. Olive oil, get. Fleece, empty. And then over here, fleece, get. Having 2 storehouses, and in when we were at Miletos, you know, I set up the 2 different storehouses. That was the reason why, because if it fills up, you can have a weird mismatch. But if you do 1 storehouse for each, you can split the goods perfectly 50-50. So we're getting given bronze, wood, which we don't have capacity for. Now, over here, the Arbor of Athena, I would love to have just at least 1 grower's lodge tending to these trees. We don't really have space for a lot of this stuff here, unfortunately. Because here, it's really important they have the appeal and whatever. So these guys need armor, so let's start dealing with armor. Now, you guys notice I've been clicking the world map and click to find everything. We're not going to do that anymore. Because I logged in. I turned the game on between the 2 episodes, and I just clicked the magnifying glass on all of these as I sort of wanted to see some UI that maybe I wasn't using. And I realized this pot distribution, when we click the magnifying glass, it tells us everything that's available. So we want armor for these guys. We can export armor to someone, but that's irrelevant because we don't have any. What we want is armor, but we can import bronze. And what this is telling me as well is that we're not currently importing it. So someone will give us bronze. And in fact, it's Miletos. Because as we know, Miletos was getting it on from elsewhere. They were getting it from I don't want to say Cydonia. What was the place down here? Anyway, so Miletos is giving us bronze, so we want bronze. That's Ethiopia. This one was Miletos, right? So we're going to start buying Miletosian bronze. And on site, since we're not using this land... Oh, I did have a plan for this land, though. I've got such a good idea. Oh, no, that's mints. Never mind, I was going to do something with Hades there. Well, on site, we are going to set up our... Oh, it's under military. We're going to set up our armories. So they will take that bronze right away and start cooking it up right away. 6 at once is probably excessive. I doubt we can import that much. Your city needs more workers, I know, but they're moving in. They're moving in. Now, the sanctuaries. This is important. We've got to get 2 sanctuaries going. There's a lot to do. So the first sanctuary, I think I'm going to put here next to Hermes. So what we'll do is we will kill that road. And let's start on Hades first. I'm going to put it 2 away and 2 away. I'm going to bring the road down and out in front. We're going to turn it into an avenue. Argos, the great city. Look at this. We're going to turn it into an avenue. That theatre is too close. Oh, that theatre. Gross. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we've got no choice. We're not going to be able to avenue all of that, I'm afraid, because the theatre's ruining it. Wouldn't that be such a good entrance to that housing block as well? But whatever. So we'll have Hades there. Oh, well, to tell you the truth, it doesn't matter, because I was thinking I was going to put Zeus there, but I guess we won't. There you go. So that's just going to go like so. That doesn't need maintenance, remember, so it's fine. Oh, we didn't go right up to the corner there. I think I really like messing with avenues. Oh, yeah, we started doing the horses. Well done, me. I'm very happy with that. So, as well, in order to get the armor to the house, to the storehouse as quick as possible, we'll do that. Obviously, these aren't all needed. We will put a storehouse for armor. Now I want it central to both locations, so we'll put it there. So you guys will get armor, but nothing else. So look, they got a fleece bay, they got an olive oil bay, they got a wine bay, they're going to have an armor bay, and the horses are being developed right here. They will have everything. They are going to fully evolve as long as the appeal is alright. Speaking of appeal, we never did finish putting our fish ponds in. So I'm going to give them all their pools, basically. These guys are all going to have backyard pools in Argos. Like I said, for the new builds before. I think that's plenty. I think that's actually probably overkill. You might need only like a 3x3. And at other times where we have money issues, we'll have to be careful with that. But we've got plenty of cash here now. Now, hedge maze, followed by flower garden smaller. Okay. Oh, do you know what? Athena is right there. I'm going to give the Athena statue to the front of Athena. There you go. She will like that. It would be even better if it was right there, but things for the future. Flower garden there? No, no, no. Oh, but maybe that only goes because I put parks there. Is that a park? I think it's a park. I think they're 2 parks. So yeah, you can do flower garden. And then we can do... That could have been avenue even, but whatever. Some ionic columns, I suppose. And then, yeah, so we'll go hedge maze. Hedge maze. No, 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 no. I wanted to leapfrog. Do you get what I mean? What I'm going to do is hedge maze and then big park. Hedge maze. Big park. All the way along. Did you guys just have a little moment there where you thought to yourself, how many times is WP going to say hedge maze, big park, hedge maze, big park? Because I caught myself and thought, you know what? We don't need to keep going on about that. Hedge maze. Oh, isn't that pretty? And then a nice little happy gazebo. Right there. Okay. And then we can even avenue. I mean, we're coming down to individual goddamn little pixels here. Okay, so... Oh, yeah, and then these guys do have these odd spaces between all their houses that I set up from before. So I guess we'll just put parks in all of them. And that's a nice quick way of doing it. I think that this elite housing is going to level up really nicely. And I think we'll be fine with it. So, they're building Hades thing. It's going to take them some time. So, it might be worthwhile. Let's see our labour. 130 workers needed. People still moving in? People wish to come to the city. We have housing for 60 people. How much did these guys evolve? Not much yet. They need fleece. Don't tell me that's too far away. Buying. Okay, they're buying the fleece. Okay, they're going to evolve probably quite a lot, quite soon. This granary is filling with cheese. This one's filling with fish. All the granaries are filling up real quick, actually. Look at this. That one's not. These guys are all happy. So we're going to figure out where we're going to put Zeus's stronghold. And I feel a little bit bad. I've used a lot over the river here in Argos, which I like a lot. But this mountain, this is all valid. You can do things up here on this mountain. But, it looks like it's really more just a place for a palace and maybe a small sanctuary. All these original dairies and fleece places are doing okay. I'd like to expand them, but again, labour, so... Let's be careful. Now, can we export sculptures? No, we can only import sculptures. But we are going to want a lot of sculptures for Zeus's thing. Zeus's thing is ridiculous with its requirements. So let's get another sculpture placed there just to keep stockpiling. These guys accept grapes, but they don't need to. I'm going to have them accept sculptures as well. If we're going to do Zeus and Hades, it's going to take some time. Here we got stuff going on with the palace. Oh, okay, the Caledonian boar. That's really weird, isn't it? That's very strange. So the boar is threatening one of our places, so we can build the Heroes' Hall for Theseus. And he was already set up here, if you remember. This is very ugly, what I've done here. This is not a very good palace. I got a really good idea, though, for, like, the entrance of the city and stuff. And in terms of putting walls around later. So, I mean, it says it's done. How do we send off for him? There we go. Just took a minute or two. Speaking of walls, should we put some walls around? This is not a very military adventure, you'll notice. Like, there's been essentially no fighting going on. So we've got Athena. I mean, the best space for Zeus kind of feels like up here. Somewhat near Athena. Higher up in the city, something like that. Still somewhat near houses. Can we stop the spinning, please? Spinning? There's a little bit too much spinning. I think as well, on the next adventure, each housing block I do, I'm gonna leave a flank open on every single one. So we'll have like 4 for the main city, whatever it is. Actually, I'm lying to you. I know what the next city is. It's a very good choice. The next city you guys will recognize. It's like the most recognizable Greek city in the modern day. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be way off in the future. Anyway, I'm jumping the gun. What I'm going to do there is I'm going to leave a flank open on each housing block. We'll probably have like 4 housing blocks, maybe 5. And each one will have a god. We're going to leave it open. So, for example, if I'd done that here, we could have bunged Zeus right there. Do you get what I mean? And that's the Zeus district. There's other things I want to do as well. So I want to go back to mixed blocks. There's such a thing as incorporating the elite housing with the commoners' housing. And that's fun as well, I think. Anyway, we could put Zeus with the palace. We could have a Zeus palace complex. Just by rejiggering this a bit. Like palace over on the left. It's just all these storage bays. If it was town, Zeus, palace, I think it'd be amazing.
Flow freely when you most need it.
Dionysus, look, I like you, but we built you at that other place. I don't want to do Dionysus. I think the official guide says do Dionysus here as well, by the way. Alright, I think we're going to do that. We're going to do the Zeus Palace Complex. And the way we're going to accomplish it... See, I had that road down there. I was thinking maybe I could cut the trees and we could use this road to go up and do it, but it's not going to be good enough. So... delete the walls. And this looks like it's a dramatic decision I'm making here. It's not really. Yeah, it might interfere with Theseus and Calydon for a second, but it doesn't matter that much. And then delete the palace, delete the hall, delete the monument. This gate is fine. I think the entrance is okay, and I think we'll rotate Zeus as well. So we will do Zeus. We will do palace. We will do Heroes Hall. Oh, it's getting a bit dicey, isn't it? We will do Heroes Hall. Well, let's put the road down. So one like that. And we can do an avenue. No, not an avenue. A boulevard. How many times? How many times? We're gonna be like, we're gonna be on like the final adventure, and I'm still gonna be going on about like palace or avenue or boulevard. Oh, what have I done here? This is now completely insane. Hold on. Okay. So road comes up, connects there, and we do a boulevard up there. Boulevard to the entrance of the gatehouse. Maintenance man can make that walk for sure. So you can go there. That's additional and unnecessary. I like the little statue here on the corner. And then the Heroes Hall can go here, I think. So, Medusa attacks. Noble Potatoes, to satisfy her fancy, the ugly Medusa is approaching and will reach your city in 1 month. Perseus' hall is available. So we can do both of their halls. So let's do him there, Perseus there. They should both be fine to deal with. Except now we're going to do a mega wall. The wall of our dreams. It's going to go next to the stable. We might move that stable. Not easily done. See, the problem here is the horses in it. It's a real shame to delete a stable. Because you essentially delete all the horses. I'm not going to say kill the horses. But you remove the horses. There's no other way of putting it. Make the wall. And then the wall comes along here. All the way along here. And I think it would be interesting if the footpath continued along here as well. And came down the back. Alright, we're going to have a problem with this, the trading post. It'd be nice to have the whole wall totally square. You know, the whole way. Don't know if we're going to be able to accomplish that. Unless we shift the gatehouse in. We can accomplish it. Okay, so gatehouse goes in. 1. We can define the boundaries by doing it this way. So wall, wall. Wall, wall. These walls always remind me of a weird, like, old book I used to have, like a gamey book, where... Oh, was it a jigsaw puzzle I'm thinking of? I think I used to have this really big, awesome jigsaw puzzle of, like, a medieval castle. And finding all the pieces for the wall was, like, really tricky. Anyway, okay, Medusa attacks. Brave Potatoes, Medusa is here, and she's about to turn unfortunate victims into stone. So I'm really interested in this. So hold on. I'm going to turn the game speed down because I want to finish this construction, and then we can go look at the Medusa. So maintenance office. Well, with game speed low, you've got to be really precise with how you build because it does take a few ticks in order for things to go through. So the road came along like that. And we can delete that. The gatehouse is now going up there. The wall connects there. That wall is jutting out one, but it's not a big deal. This wall comes down like this. This wall comes down like this. Delete you. Road, well, okay, and then I will put the maintenance man further up. Not so close he messes with appeal. But I'm going to put him further up. Because then I don't have like a weird roadblock issue here, because I can't quite tell where the road's coming in. I can tell on this side. Just like that. And then Boulevard. Start here, go all the way down. Boulevard, all the way along. See, this is... See, how have I fucked that up? What am I supposed to do to get that to work? Right, like... It should just go up, right? All the way into the corner. And yet it hasn't. So I don't know what to say about that. But we'll just put some parks there. And then the boulevard here. Dare we? Let's just do an avenue. There's a lot of space back here as well for God knows what. I don't know, some fish ponds or something maybe. So there you go. So we got a hell of a complex there. Right, so send for Theseus to deal with a Caledonian boar. And as you can see, Hall is protected by walls. The game knows. Even though they're very big walls encompassing a lot of different buildings, the game knows it works. Here, Perseus is needed to do battle with the Medusa. So Medusa is now on our soil. So it doesn't have a go-to event message for me. Is that because she's not technically here? I would like to see the lady. Where do you think the Medusa is, guys? We're back up to normal game speed here. What do you think she's doing? Not sure. How is Hades' place coming along? It's got quite a while, I think, Hades thing. Collapsed building. Is it the palace? No. Interesting. Sea hazards. One building collapsed. The watch post. A useless building, ultimately. So whatever. That house there. And then we can put a watch post. Where the hell is the watch post? I forget. Oh no, it's just under safety, isn't it? Yeah, over here. One of the most glaring issues with this game in terms of design, like you can say there's too many happiness monuments. You'll see later when appeal starts getting trickier. They're like, it's probably too abundant. There's certain things, you know, bribing people away in battle. I think the watch post is really sad though to me because it's like you don't. I really think it's very rare you see criminals or have to deal with stuff like that. And it's just a shame, you know. I think as well the infirmary thing, there's all this stuff about plague. Like if we click this exclamation mark, look at this. Hygiene. City hygiene is almost perfect. An occasional stubbed toe is the only concern. Only a few households don't have access to a healer. Very few households weren't able to eat last month. Health crisis reported. No outbreaks of plague. Currently 0 infected houses. Now, I think on the higher difficulties, this maybe gets a bit more interesting. But, you know, this whole thing about plague and those, like, diseased walkers you saw in an earlier episode, it's all really cool. It's content. But I think there's nothing dynamic about it. It's very binary. It's like, okay, just put an infirmary on every housing block, and that's it. And I don't know, I feel like there should be breakthrough opportunities. There should be little events where it says, okay, plague has appeared. Despite your infirmary's best efforts, plague has appeared anyway. Deal with it in this secondary way, maybe, or something. Just so that you get to see the animations and the flavor and stuff. But yeah, so this is interesting. These guys are not evolving due to appeal. Well, how about celebrating our diversity and our population from all over the Mediterranean? Beautiful. We got our nobles who bask in the hot Mediterranean sun in their pools in the background here. Still waiting for armor. We are buying bronze, yes? Okay, good. They're all doing nothing. They're all just chilling, waiting. It has all the workers it needs. I'm going to speed this up. Fire in the city. Ooh. Oh, of course. This Growers Lodge has no maintenance. I mean, it's getting put out, though. Look at this guy.
Have you ever seen more south?
This city truly is a utopia, and I can't think of a wiser leader.
If you're gonna talk to me while I'm putting out a fire, you might as well make yourself useful. Why don't you go find me some water?
That's cool. I feel like that's some rare audio right there. You have to click him right at the right time. Hello, Armodius. Thank you for that. And look, he's even got the little picture of the water jug there. You can kind of tell that the maintenance guys they made early on, and they've got like the full breadth of features. So let's dispatch Theseus to deal with the boar. Sorry, I know how horrible that boar is. I will try to be as prompt as possible in future. So what do we do? Let that keep burning down? I think we have to get rid of it, guys. I think we have to get rid of it and find space for a grower's lodge somewhere else. Let's see how it works if we... See, this elite housing block design I'm not going to do again because I really don't like that we don't have space at the end of the road. It really sucks to not be able to expand out, connect to other things. So it was a gymnasium there. And he's managed to sneak on by. And here we can do, you know, our growers' lodges up here. These are for just 2 of them. They're for Athena there. They need their own maintenance guy. These shepherds going across the map. So, they're going all the way around the mountain up there. Okay, I want to make this look better. There's not really anything very big that I could put in there. Can I just say, that would be the best spot for a stadium. That would be really cool there. Also some horse farms, since it is arable land. We could put some crappy little houses. Employees needed. Would it be weird to have some shacks living behind Zeus's place? We could obviously just bring the wall in and stuff as well. Oh, I know what we can do in the meantime. We can have a, under mythology, a couple of artisans guilds. And I'm going to have to roadblock now. So why don't you want me roadblocking once it's a boulevard? You don't like roadblocks on boulevards? I think they're close enough. We'll move around there. And they can help make the Zeus stuff. So let's look at this as well. If we go back to the pot.
Please let me fulfill an outstanding request.
Festival at Miletos. They wanted wine. And Hermes shares my burden. Thank you, Hermes. So, no, not this one. This one. We want marble now. We're exporting a lot of marble to Trozen, which is probably why we're getting a lot of our money. But if we stop selling it, maybe we can stockpile some more of it. Like, there's different ways we can do it. I mean, we've still got a lot of marble. No, I'm going to leave it. The marble will be getting to the places. That's not a problem. If anything, statues are the issue. Wood is fine as well, because we're getting that from Ethiopia. We're getting bars of bronze just handed directly to us as well. I do think maybe it's smart to have a single storehouse here that just says, okay, we can have bronze, just so that when those gifts come in, it arrives on site. The fact that they're... Oh, there you go. Oh, they have been making it. Look, so there's armor here, and they've been getting armor. So we can start distributing it. And I'm looking forward to this, because I kind of missed it last time, right? They want arms and armor. So here we go. Here's the armor vendor. How can I be a spear carrier if I don't have my spear? I'm trying to find the guy. There he is. So we clicked him before, remember, he was all over the place.
I bet Atlas is pleased to hold the sky up for this city. It's superb.
I don't think Atlas is really a thing. What is that? Is Atlas a god, a hero? All I know about Atlas is he's in that famous sculpture where he's holding up the world, right? Or whatever. Anyway, so he doesn't have to go very far. He walks along, and they distributed that armor very quickly. But look, he's got this tiny little walk, so he'll be moving it just fine. They're going to run out real quick here. But the houses have armor now, and they've become manors. They have 2. They might run out. But this is working towards our horseman companies. Horses are growing here. Should we do some more horses? I mean, I'm just tempted to keep spamming stuff, but... the labour pool. Unemployed. 101 people unemployed. Okay, I will add some more horses down then. Horse ranch. Oh, again. Slightly out. The pacing. Slightly out. That's okay though. So Hades is working away there. And I think you can do 2 sanctuaries being built in tandem. These guys, for example, they'll start putting things down. But look at what Zeus wants. He wants 127 marble, 24 wood, 22 sculptures. It's so many sculptures. Right now, we have 25. Ooh. We're actually okay then. Why don't you guys
This
move?
city is superb. I hope I live as long as Nestor to enjoy
Oh,
it.
what happened
And I
here?
hope you live as long as Nestor
Oh,
to
it's
rule
2
it.
sculpture studios that were destroyed long ago, I suppose. Looks like we've got too many olives. Can we export olives? Nobody wants to buy our olives. So I'll just leave them there. We're probably doing too much of that industry, but whatever. Olive oil we can export, so we could add more presses. But look at how many presses we've already got. How many presses will it take to keep up with this input? This is extraordinary. We could start exporting it. We've got... Are we already exporting it? Well, it says available for export, so maybe we can export it somewhere else. Oh, it says not selling. All right, let's start selling the olive oil. Because, I mean, just there's so many olives there. And why isn't this guy moving? I'm assuming because there's no space for any more marble storage. There should be. So we don't need more sculpture storage. So let's accept marble there. And let's accept marble there. I think we have all the goods and all the stuff we could ever want in this city for building all these things now. So the 2 sanctuaries will come in and complete that objective. We already have the population. We're well over. We already have the treasury. We're well over. The 16 horsemen are coming in a minute. Let's slay the Medusa. Now, where the hell is the Medusa? I appreciate we have the hero, but I want to see her. Where is she? Is this a weird thing where she's a monster, not quite a monster, lol, kind of thing? Perseus already had so many people. Trojan wants marble. 32? Ugh, alright, we're allies. I'll give it to you. I love how basically every trading partner we have right now, we're actually trading with. We're utilizing in a big way. This earthquake never did become a thing, eh? I don't know whether that changes with difficulty. So those guys carting across all of Argos to create a bit more cheese. Look at that, they all became townhouses. Well, not that guy. Let's give him the old 1-2. There you go. Now, you should be very appealing. You have all the security and comfort of living right next to the gods. There you go, they're fully evolved. We have a space there as well. Shall we put a storehouse? That might lower the appeal too much to do that. Oh, there could have been a fishery right there. Look at that. That'd be amazing. Look how busy this. Look at how cool this is. This was just a nothing river before. We have immigrants. We have a fleet. All these boats. I keep using the word fleet. We've got people collecting goods. Like, who's this lady? Oh, they just walk behind the carts. Milotos regards us more highly. We got guys moving fish around. Just any random little snapshot of a cool little place. We got stuff. So the armor's coming in. I really want more bronze. Can we buy even more from someone else? I don't think we can, right? It's only Milotos selling the bronze. We can't produce it here. It's just maximum bronze, maximum wheat that we're dealing with on this. And we're selling wine. This is actually an incredibly busy trade hub here. You know what's kind of weird, though, with this adventure? Poseidon's like the bad guy. We kill the Kraken, and then he just disappears from the story. You would have thought that... I mean, the Medusa's not associated with the Kraken, is he? Is it? Is she? And I don't know where she is. I don't know. I hope it's not bugged. The best thing I can do then is send for Perseus. No, we even have space for another hero's hall there. There won't be one. I think there's a thing with this game where certain scenarios like have a limit on how many heroes you'll have or whatever. But you can get around it. When people make custom adventures, they actually use cheat engine to hex edit the game.
Perseus, and I cannot be stopped.
To create custom adventures that get around certain limits. And then when you, the user, download the custom adventure, you don't need cheat engine or anything. It's just done for you. Cheat engine as well, this is quite cool. You know the guy at the trade post? This guy spamming his animation? You know that I talked about that bug where the gods move very slow and you need a patch for it? There's another type of gatherer we haven't seen yet, who also, they have a terrible bug that essentially makes them not work at all. You can fix all of those, apparently, with Cheat Engine. There's a way in Cheat Engine of saying set game speed 1 or whatever. And if you do that, it universally fixes all animations all at once, including stuff like this. I haven't opted for that method. I like Cheat Engine. I used Cheat Engine when I was producing my Final Fantasy X-2 Let's Play, because there was some issue during the monster creation where I essentially had to redo the whole game. And I used Cheat Engine to help me, I can't remember what. Or it was to show some feature or something. I don't know. It's in there in an episode. I like it. And I think if you're making Let's Plays, if you're showing games off, if you want to like do a bit of like games journalism on any level, it's good to use. But with the MMO I play, Guild Wars, they once put spyware, essentially. It was a big controversy. It was kind of like Buried, really. But they put like something in the game engine which would snoop on your other services. And if it saw Cheat Engine, even if you had it for totally authentic purposes, people got banned for having Cheat Engine. And I remember that controversy happened like 3 or 4 months after my 10.2 Let's Play had finished. So I hadn't used Cheat Engine or ran it, but I felt suddenly just really weird about it. So I don't know, I don't have it installed. I didn't use it for this project. But yeah, apparently that fixes some other animations. Again, not verified. You know, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Oh, this is cool. Look, we can see the two of them. Do you know what?
It's truly a pleasure to live in this city.
Perseus, you are a lot smaller than Theseus.
You have matched me as a ruler. Your city is superb.
But Theseus has a horrible voice and is arrogant. It's weird with that little road there. So where are they going? Just to wander around? Just chilling out? Let's see. Because I want to see the Medusa. So we're following Perseus. Theseus is just wandering around in there. That's cool. I like this. Look at that. He's going to wander around. This is like Or, you know. That's like the promenade of the gods. That's the inner city of Ara, you know, where people don't, the common folk don't get to go. But the gods live. And we will keep this protected and clean and safe for the next 1,000 years. All right, are you going to go kill the Medusa? Are you going to teleport through that wall? Slay Medusa, not slain. Go, 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 go. What are you doing, dude? Oh, they're just wandering around. Hello? Slay the Medusa. The Gorgon or the Bad Hair Day? Fulfill request, maybe? Do we have to fulfill a city's request? No request? No request? Medusa should be here, right? Do you think she's bugged? I don't think this game is that buggy. But I'm just nervous about it because there are a couple of little bugs. And so now it's all I can think about. Can we put horses inside? Milotoast sells less wheat. Oh dear. We kind of needed that food. Well, actually, we didn't need that food. That's fine. Look at all these guys with cheese. Running through the city. We got plenty. Look at these have all become very stable, these housing blocks here. So here, so online, like I say, you can read housing blocks and you can see people's designs. The big thing is, and most things work, you can be very creative, have fun, do whatever you want, but appeal. You see how these ones in the middle haven't evolved? Some people get really OCD about that and they say, no, I want a house, like I say, I've only got like 30 houses on some of these. I want a housing block with 50 houses. I want them to get every service and I want the appeal there. And so that's where like the more elaborate designs come in and stuff, and where people are like, okay, this one's really good, this will work. So, you know, I'm realistically never going to be able to evolve these. I would have to delete one, but then the net gain of population wouldn't be enough. But you got to think in terms of like upkeep, you know. If I deleted one of these houses to evolve the other one with appeal, you don't have to feed the appeal building. You don't have to maintain the appeal building. You don't have to give fleece, you don't have to give oil. So it's overall less resources for more. Your resource per household is higher if you delete it or whatever. I don't know. None of this really matters. It's all academic, really, isn't it? We need employees. That message is always terrifying because it makes me think a block has devolved. And it has, in fact. They need water. Okay, apparently the water carriers don't get up there. I'm not surprised on that one because, let's be honest, this is a really weird design. Should be paid by Caledon, more grapes, more bronze. Ethiopia's got that going. So I want to see the bronze appear here. Slowly. So these guys have 2 armor still. So they are slowly building the armor up. This house needs horses to evolve. So we can put the stable masters down as well, I suppose. Horse trainer. Horse trainer. We've got plenty of them here. Do you not have access to a road? No, you don't. And I think you're braking as well. So let's give you that. So we kind of messed that up. In fact, they're selling less wheat kind of sucks as well, because we do want wheat on site for the horses. So let's get wheat up here. So these are Egyptian wheat-fed horses. That's what we're doing here. Ultimately, it's bouncing through multiple colonies and locations in the city to get into the mouths of those horses. And look, the other granaries are full, so we're alright. If that's the only thing we use the wheat for, fine by me. Well, let's say empty of wheat. And empty of wheat. Look, we're getting a bit post-scarcity here now. These guys are just standing around with fish. They only moved there because I said to empty that wheat. There's more people leaving, but that's re-evolved now because they've got the water back. Hades. Oh no, that's Athena. Let's see how Hades is doing. Pretty good. Let's see how our employment is doing. 0 workers needed. Like, look at that. How is that working out so well there? Really? You're telling me I have 6,000 people living here, and down to the one guy, I've managed to get the right number of workers? All right, he's selling more wheat again, and he loves me. Oh, it's like he regretted it, you know. Oh, man, there's a big thing happened IRL for me recently where, basically, some people I care about have not been getting the care that they need at the doctors. There's been, like, serious issues. So, like, I helped draft up a very angry letter. A very upset letter. Because it was, I don't want to get into it too much, but it was a serious health issue was going on. A misdiagnosis. And they were like, oh, we're going to investigate, we're going to do this. And then, like, 6 months later, they essentially just... They kind of lied in their response. So I was very angry about it, and I helped write a letter for the people affected. And then I just had this horrible guilt. I just have this crazy guilt about it because, you know, the NHS is stressed, and it's not their fault that they're underpaid and overworked, and there's too many ill old people everywhere. It's not their fault, right? It's really not. And I do sort of have some sympathy. And they get some things right. So anyway, after this very strongly worded letter, I ended up retracting it. But I still feel guilty, you know. So I wrote another one essentially saying, you know, sorry, maybe tensions were high, blah, blah, blah. I just feel awful about it. At least it's in writing, though, that I'm not happy with how that investigation went. There's a nice statue to Hades there. I always think about that movie Spotlight, one of my favourite movies. It's about, you know, the sexual abuse of children in the church in Boston in the 2000s, and how a newspaper, the Boston Globe, broke the story and all the incredible work that these journalists did. And anyway, in that movie, you can really see how they go through these paper trails and read all these old letters and things from, like, years back in the 90s, back in the 80s, years and years and years ago, about different instances with different households and different priests and all kinds of stuff. But eventually it all comes to light, and they get all of this, and the newspaper prints it. And I kind of like the idea that one day, you know, someone somehow might find this email, this letter that we wrote, even though we retracted it. I don't know. It's cold comfort, isn't it? What was that? Militoast sells less bronze. What do we need here? Just a little bit of marble and a little bit of wood. I should just put the game speed up, right? I don't know what's happening with the Medusa. It's kind of freaking me out a bit. Did it bug? Let's do this. Let's delete his hall. And replace his hall. Why do I find it so hard to get to the mythology tab? All of this for Perseus, and yet very little going on. So here we go. The gates to Hades are complete. Looking good, right? Gift of wheat, thank you. So here's his hound, Cerberus. Crazy art. That's a very metal image, isn't it? Wow, very metal. I love the colors. It looks all obsidian and stuff. So he'll roam around doing Christ knows what. I don't know, if we get attacked, maybe he'll fight with us. So this is a little bit like getting the dragon as well, you know. Hades will deposit drachma into your treasury when you need funds. Hades is... The thing is, by the time you're getting these big things, your money woes are probably over. Unless it's a really cool adventure or high difficulty, I guess. Hades' three-headed hound Cerberus will patrol your city streets, striking down enemies. When you build the gates of Hades, Hades will also offer you the riches of the earth, silver ore that can be converted into drachma, a mint. Pray to Hades if you want to witness an increase to your treasury. Let's pray to him.
Greetings, friend. Your treasury looks like it could use a little boost.
A little boost. Silver from Hades. I will order my minions to mint some drachma for you. So we have 50,000. I don't know how much that's going to go up to. So by the way, if you go to the mythology magnifying glass, you can see it says who's willing to help. Hades can't help us again just yet. Zeus is being built. Hermes and Athena, we can pray to both of them right here, right now. Perseus is needed to do battle with the Medusa. Perseus is traveling to the city. Theseus is needed to do battle with a boar. Theseus in the city. So hold on, do they need me right now? Fulfill request. Caledon, sorry. It's the Caledon. No, there's no Caledon boar right now. So yeah, if you see here on the corners, you probably have anticipated this. We can now make mints here. We've unlocked the mint. And I assume 4 mints for those nodes. See, how does this work? Could we just fill the whole city up with mints now? And they would mine just from Hades' place? That's it? I don't know why they associated Hades with money in this game, by the way. Oh, look, and he's blessing the ore. This is something he does, I think. Or that's him giving us money. I don't know. No, it's similar to what we saw before. He's summoning all of these mint workers. Again, they look like children. What are we looking at? Child labor here? But there's all these people mining this extra drachma for us. Anyway, so we've got the minting industry going on here now. Which isn't that exciting because it doesn't really give us any new opportunities or whatever. Perseus is needed to do battle with the Medusa.
I'm Perseus, and I cannot be stopped.
So he's walking up to the house. He's gone to the house. And now where's he going? I think the big problem is that the Medusa is not actually here. Do you think I ruined it somehow by, like, building the entrance to Argos where I did? Dispatch now. Off you go, Theseus. Deal with that. These guys have devolved. Still don't have the appeal that they require. Okay, I'll give you a monument. Again, the ugly scenario where it's on the wrong side of the pillars, but whatever. I'm scared we're not going to technically finish this because of the Medusa issue. But we're done with everything now except Medusa and finishing Zeus' sanctuary. So let's time-lapse this up as they build this. Mycenae buys even more sculpture. We can start exporting it as soon as we build this. What a future Argos has available for it now, you know, because it's going to be exporting all this sculpture we no longer need because we have all the gods we care about. There's the roof goes on. This is quite crazy. It's a real issue getting Zeus. It takes a lot of work. And here we are building him up nice and quick. The statues coming in the back. This is the statue phase. The 20 statues or whatever. And we might have a bit of waiting to do. Yeah, actually, look, we don't have sculptures at the moment. Tribute paid, bronze, wood, grapes. We're waiting on sculptures because they've all been used up. Oh, hold the phone. These were sculpture studios, weren't they? And I believe that I stopped sculpting. So that accepts sculptures. I'm going to tell it to get bronze as well. I think we stopped sculpting altogether when those fell over. So let's build one there. My positioning of buildings is, you know, it's just so bad. You know, I've got a gap here, can't do anything with it. Gap here. I can do something with that. We're going to get rid of that olive tree. There we go. Oh, nice natural look. I swore I wouldn't get rid of those, but there you go. I've got rid of one. So now if we super speed this, we'll see that they get the bronze. There you go. They make the sculptures. And we finish this up. And I think I'm going to have to Google the Medusa issue as we complete Argos here. But this was a pretty fun adventure. I'm quite happy with how Argos went. Of course, I'm going to have the save files for all of these cities just ready and waiting. So at any point I could go back and beautify them a bit. I feel so, you really guys, if you look up some of the designs that people have online, the way that they build walls around everything, oh, it's so good. We're gonna get better and better though, because I'm gonna introduce to you a whole new technique now for the next adventure, which will be on hard mode. Here we go, last one's right here. That will help us out a lot, and it's going to change our city design a good amount as well. Not necessarily as much as, you know, the housing block setup, but we'll continue with these as well. Maybe we'll hone in on something slightly better on that. So we got bronze. Happiness monument. It's just we're asking them to move bronze from a pier that is really quite far away. Caledon loves us. I suppose there's a chance that this final bit of the quest only triggers when... There we go, we're building the front with a marble here now. When everything else is done. Maybe the Medusa actually fully appears. Maybe because the Sanctuary objective is at the top of the list, they expected you to do that first. Oh, we just had a problem with wood. Like, I was just super speeding for ages and ages and ages. Like, why aren't they finishing this goddamn thing? And I realized it's because we ran out of a tiny bit of wood, and our yearly supplies coming from Ethiopia weren't finding a storehouse. So there you go. So the sanctuary to the great god Zeus will now gloriously reaches towards his lofty home. Zeus is smiling upon you and will make sure the others in the world smile upon you too. In his beneficence, he has also conferred this gift of prophecy upon the priests at his sacred sanctuary, and they will be able to help you see the future of your city. Zeus has also made it known in Olympus that if any god dare threaten your city, he will personally see to it that no harm befall you. Now, what is the seeing the future thing? It's this thing called the Oracle. And I know we've built this here, but I guess I'll keep a bit of mystery about that for the next time we build Zeus' Sanctuary. And when it's not at the very, very, very end of an adventure, we'll do it at that point. So, let's turn the game speed down. I'm going to Alt-Tab now. Well, I'm going to save. And I'm going to see what I can find out about the Medusa not showing up. So be back in 1 second. All right. I cannot find online any hits about this bug. There's a lot of people who struggle to get Perseus or Theseus to show up. There's Zeus himself. And one of the reasons for that is these walls, technically cliffs count as walls for the Heroes Hall. But then that can create pathing issues, I think, when he actually joins or something. I can't find anything about Medusa not showing up. And the problem is when you Google anything about Medusa, this whole adventure is named Medusa. So it clouds the results in a horrible way. I really can't find anything. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to edit in the victory. Or maybe I'll replay it off screen and see if the bug doesn't hit. And we will see the victory screen. I will have that for you guys. But yeah, so there you have it. That's the quest complete. That's the story of Argos. And I guess I'll see you for the edited bit in a second and the outro to the video. But I like the way I set you in here. It was very cool. Oh, also, just so that we get the money shot here, this is what our housing estate looks like here at the end, because I didn't actually pan back over. Look at that. Look at all the horses. Every house full of horses and sorted their stuff out. Now, I think there's a mechanic with this, which is they don't actually deplete armor or horses until they go to battle. So there's a thing, and I'm sure the next campaign will have a lot of this, where it's like efficient setup of your elite housing means quicker rearming of soldiers, which is absolutely necessary in the more cutthroat missions. But, oh, that looks quite pretty, doesn't it? And look, they've got all their bays totally done. Perfect stability. All right, now I'm going to find this Medusa, so I'll see you guys soon. This is stable. This will just be our final pan through, and then these are all stable. Argos, everybody. Aha! So, second time through, it said Medusa will attack in 1 month. I kept the game speed because I don't know whether it was a game speed issue. I'm starting to think that cheat engine thing more than anything else might be a good idea. I didn't build the Heroes Hall as well. So, this time it says go to site of event. She's about to turn our victims into stone. Here she is. So, I'm glad we get to see this because, you know, we would have missed her animations and stuff.
I'll turn this city into a giant sculpture garden!
Here is the Medusa. Again, really, they've all got good voices, don't they? So let's see, monsters. Medusa, she's right near the top. Medusa the Gorgon turns people to stone just by looking at them. She can also launch magic bolts from her eyes. If she's not causing trouble on her own, Medusa may be in service or... Whoa, what's this? If she's not causing trouble on her own, Medusa may be in service of Demeter. Perseus is skilled at doing battle with her. So they look like they've been... Again, is this a difficulty thing? They have spawned her in the furthest reaches of the city. I haven't built anything anywhere near up here. Do you know what's really kind of messed up but that I would like to do? I would like... Let's pull... So we never fixed this road on this playthrough. The city's quite different right now. I guess maybe I'll show it to you in a second here. Because I basically just rushed through. Because, let's be real, we're just trying to get the thing to not bug this time. So, if I put like, I don't know, gymnasium, that will have a walker. And a maintenance man. And water carriers. Yeah, our city needs more workers because I've built a lot of industry here, but I didn't do any housing blocks on the right-hand side. So there you go, and I've built the Grove of Dionysus instead of Zeus. I did that so that these walkers she'd attack them and turn them to stone. But here we go, let's see what she does. So she's coming close. She's wobbling her way over with the many, you know, her crazy snake hair. She's going to destroy our elite housing, it looks like. I'd be more upset about this, except this isn't the true Argos. Oh, she's not. She's just walking in. Let's see her turn some to stone, shall we? Oh, no. He straight up does turn to stone. Boulevard, turned to stone. Or man, turned to stone. Maintenance worker, turned to stone. Cart pusher, turned to stone. I mean, this is quite novel to me. I don't know how easily you're ever really going to see these effects of the cart pusher. Because I don't even know how many missions she's in. But there you go, that's what she's doing. She's terrorizing our elite neighborhoods. By the way, I love that the one Agora has serviced 2 neighborhoods at once, and it worked perfectly. There was no shortages or anything. No, what am I talking about? I do have 2 grand Agoras. I guess what I mean is, it's nice they're so close to each other and have one, like, feeding industry area, like one storage house. It has been okay for 2 Agoras. She doesn't seem to care about destroying buildings. She just cares about that other stuff. So anyway, now we can kill her, and he will actually know what to do. So it wasn't really Perseus' fault before, let's be real. It wasn't his fault. So he needed sanctuary to Athena, Hermes, some money, a little bit of fleece, a little bit of sculpture.
I'm Perseus, and
So here's
I
Perseus.
cannot be stopped.
And there he is. I saw him for a second. There you go. He's walking to his home, which is up there. Oh my god, his home is right next to the thing. Cassiopeia, your humble servant, and planning a festival to Zeus. This is interesting. She wasn't asking me for wine before. So I'm with Dionysus. He's cheaper, but also we can still export loads of wine, so we can get loads of money again. Hermes shares my burden. There you go. So there we go. And now they do battle. Tribute paid. Tribute paid. Tribute paid. Thank you.
Wow, did you draw that here all by yourself?
Wasn't that the same dialogue we've heard him use before? Oh, look at her. She turns that one last guy to stone. The guy just rushing through with the cheese like, let me through, let me through. And she screams and dissolves into nothing. So the Medusa is dead. Medusa has been killed. Our people can roam the city streets again without worrying about being turned to stone. So yeah, this time, this was what I did with the sanctuaries. Plus a mini housing block here on the left, which is still developing. Basically did nothing on the other side of the river here, just to get through the quest quickly. It's all empty again, see? Except this one pier that I established, just so that we could get trade for that, for Ethiopia, I guess. And I just started selling some wine. So that's it, that's the mission done. Support 16 horsemen, and we'll just have to super speed through that. Everything's set up, so...
Through deft use of Athena's mirror shield, Hades' helmet of invisibility, and Hermes' winged sandals, Perseus has slain Medusa, saving Argos from a cold fate. You have guided Argos to its zenith, inspiring other leaders around Greece to gather people together and start cities of their own.
And of course, so by the end of this...
Through your leadership, you have forever changed the face of Greece. With Argos, you have shown the people of Greece that they should no longer live isolated from one another, but should put themselves under the protection of a great leader like you, who will provide them with the things they need to enrich their lives.
So let's say that creates 1,000 years of peace or something, some long period of peace. And of course, if you look at the world map, if we say continue building the city here, everyone is friends here. Everyone. Tenarian, right? The mythical land of the dead. Caledon, one of our colonies. They're bitter because we upset them a second ago. Oh, look, foreshadowing for the future maybe as people split away. But we've got an ally in Mycenae. We've got an ally in Trozen, neither of which we actually saw, remember. Miletos is us. Ethiopia pledged themselves to us. And we know there's other satellite stuff going on, but Greece as it exists right now is very peaceful and very nice. So there you go. That's the conclusion of the adventure. So just as a quick teaser for our next adventure, we've done Zeus and Europa. We've seen Perseus and Medusa, 3000 BC. The next one is Athens. Oh yeah, modern day capital of Greece. Athens through the ages. Lead Athens from its earliest days through times of war to the golden age. This adventure is somewhat challenging and is very long. It consists of 8 episodes. In fact, yes, it's the longest one in the game at 8 episodes. The one we just did was 6. Lots of colonies, lots of fun stuff. We will be on hard mode, and like I say, a new trick for city building I want to show you guys to do with roads. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Today we're doing the superintendent, who, or as I've been calling him, the maintenance man, who I click so much, but check out how much dialogue I didn't get regardless.
This is hot work. I feel like I'm in Hephaestus's forge. I'm not so sure that Prometheus did us a favor when he gave us fire. Some of these buildings are in terrible shape. I'd better get cracking. People here are in much worse condition than the buildings. I hope a plague doesn't break out. I'm so hungry. Forget the buildings, I'm about to collapse. I just burn inside when I think about being a vassal. So one of our subjects is rebelling, huh? I say we should tear it down. This city needs a little work around the edges.
All my guys ever talked about was how... have you ever seen so many solid buildings? Yes, I had. I swear that guy's bugged.